Okay. Clay, coming in. We know that you've had a propensity over the years to like to be wider than the average guy, then we'll narrow you down, you get a little too narrow. You need your feet up and under you in football, right? Balance, leverage, mobility, power, all that accrues by having your feet up and under you. Snapping, you want to take a basic stance, a little wider than the shoulders, maybe go 4 or 6 or 8 inches wider so you got clearance between your knees to make an uninhibited throw through the legs. We think you were coming in just a little bit too wide, and the wider you get, leads to problems. Most of all, tightness in the hip flexors. We don't have to review every point here, but anytime you got tightness in the hip flexors, that's going to tense you up and slow you down in the entire motion. And on top of that, the wider you get, the harder it is to channel that leg energy back in the hips towards your target, so we can capture lower body motion energy and make it accretive to generating power and linear acceleration on the football towards your target. Does that make sense? Okay, so we need to bring those feet up and under you just a little bit, and I'm going to suggest you try the toes slightly outward. The reason for that is it gets the knees pointed out of the way. You can sit into the stance, push the knees out, and you got plenty of operating room with your feet up and under you without getting your stance too wide. Go ahead and sit up facing the camera. Let's see what your stance width looks like right now. Okay, does that feel comfortable? General rule, we want to see the knees slightly wider than the shoulders, and you've got it there. Go ahead and stand up, step back where you were. The other things that we saw coming in, number one, a little bit hunched up, a little bit overextended downfield. So you're a little bit hunched and you got that ball way out in front of you, so you're hunching back and sitting flat-footed to counterbalance it. So you're kind of overstretched on the field. Being flat-footed, your leg drive is just going to be straight up like a hack squat. We're not going to capture that lower body motion energy and channel it into accelerating the ball to target. Okay, so what we really need to do, basically, is unbend the knees a little bit. Okay. I'm going too deep here. I'm not sure you're too deep, okay, but I'm just kind of exaggerating for effect. Unbend the knees a little bit. I want to shift you forward till the knees are over the toes. In the process of doing that, that's going to bring you closer to the ball, probably relax a little bit of the tension you're feeling across the lat, deltoid, tricep area, okay? Get you set up. The last thing I'd like to see is get your guide hand through very disciplined thumbs to the sky. Get your hands through your legs really well. The last thing we did have is you were a little deep on the back end, weren't you? Because you were kind of rear hitching. So what you were doing, as opposed to driving back into the hips towards your target, because you're overstretched and you're deep, you're falling back. You have to start by falling towards your target, not a power motion. Football's about aggressive power moves. If we unbend those legs, get you balanced the balls of your feet, you can drive back to that target. It's going to be much more powerful and accurate, okay? Go ahead and set up. We'll three-step you. Okay, you ready? I'm going to pull you forward. That gets your knee bend to 90 or less, straightens the back, and extends the arms. I'm going to raise you up, maximizing operating room under your torso. Then I'm going to push you back into your hips towards your target till the heels touch the ground, knees are over the toes, you're solid on your feet. You feel balanced? Now, I have a concern. You like to be off balance forward. Lift that ball up, shift the weight, now set it down. You weren't off balance that time. That's good. Give it a good hard throw from right there. Good. All right, let's do that one more time without the three-step. So what we essentially did, you're a little deep, a little overextended, a little flat-footed. We raised the rear, brought the weight forward, that relaxed. We might take the ball a little further out, okay? And then you just give it a good hard two-handed throw. Don't squeeze the ball too tightly, which I think you're doing with your right hand right now. You get a little bit of wobble as a result. Relax your grip just slightly. All you need with your throwing hand is enough fingertip pressure to hold and control the football. Same thing with the guide hand, okay, or the secondary throwing hand. We've seen you throw some very impressive footballs over there, so I'm just going to shift your weight back. You're a little weight forward now, okay? Good, hard, aggressive two-handed throw. How'd that feel? Okay, let's do one more thing. I really want to get your left hand through better. So as you snap this ball through, I want you to give me 5. Reach through your legs and give me 5, okay? Right here. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of work, but I think finding a little slightly more relaxed grip and doing those things is going to help you a ton. Quickening up the motion, getting you set properly is going to eliminate that rear hitchiness as well. You have any questions? Okay, come on. Just relax. Don't try to kill it. There you go. Better. Okay. I'm going to put my hand on your lower back. Do a little bit of a leg drive drill in this one, okay? Come on, drive against my hand. That's better, okay?